It is with great honor and deep appreciation that I welcome you all to this auspicious occasion of the commissioning of the newly constructed Officers Accommodation and the Link Road connecting Nigerian Army Resource Center at Mandela Barracks with Army Headquarters Command Mess 1 and DIA. This ceremony signifies another important milestone in our drive to enhance the welfare and operational environment of personnel of the armed forces of Nigeria. I wish to particularly appreciate our special guest of honor, the Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, for graciously honoring our invitation despite his very, very busy schedule. We really appreciate you, sir. Thank you for taking our time out to be here today. Today's commissioners represent a tangible expression of our collective effort to improve the living and working conditions of our personnel and their families. The Link Road and newly constructed buildings are designed not just for convenience, but as essential infrastructure that supports efficiency, safety, and comfort. Notably, the Niger Barracks Extension Block, which will accommodate policymakers in the defense headquarters, provides a conducive atmosphere where they can have peace of mind to articulate valuable and forward-thinking policies. These policies will continue to ensure that the armed forces of Nigeria remain active, effective, professional, and successful in our operations. It is heartwarming to state that this project is in full alignment with my leadership philosophy, which is to nurture professional armed forces of Nigeria that is people-centric, collaborative, and capable of meeting its constitutional responsibilities in a joint and collaborative environment. In particular, the second pillar of this philosophy emphasizes prioritizing troops' welfare. Consequently, the provision of this quality reflects our deep understanding that operational success begins with the welfare and morale of our troops. By improving their quality of life, we're investing directly in the strength, efficiency, and the unity of our forces.
I must at this junction commend the Chief of Defense Staff for his purposeful leadership and for championing welfare as a strategic pillar of combat effectiveness. The projects completed today serve as clear evidence that leadership matters. When welfare is a priority rather than an afterthought, the entire defense system improves. I also recognize the service chiefs and the engineering and logistics teams whose planning and execution brought these folks to fruition, as well as our civilian partners and contractors who delivered to specifications.
If you are to judge by what is obtainable in our hotel industry. So I want to seize this opportunity to thank him, to congratulate him for such a very noble initiative, and to also urge him to continue. This is just the beginning. The armed forces have deficit of accommodation and infrastructure all over the country. This should be just the beginning of a very long journey. And I want to use this opportunity to assure him the National Assembly will support him in every way possible and for him to continue with this giant stride, this noble kind of initiatives of building more accommodation for our armed forces. It is arguably, as he has said earlier, for you to get the best out of our armed forces is to make their enabling environment good. And this is the kind of thing that if we continue, the morale of our soldiers will be more enhanced and they'll be able to put more and more of their efforts in areas of safeguarding this country. This should be the beginning of a very long journey of reconstruction, rehabilitation in the armed forces. And the good news, which the CDS even shared, is that we are hoping as from 2026, the budgetary provision of the armed forces will increase significantly, which means more opportunities for him to invest in this kind of initiative. And I'm sure they will see more and more of this, or if not better. So I want to urge them to continue to be patient, to be tolerant. The government and the Chief of Defense Staff and all other service chiefs are doing their best. And the best will come, inshallah, by next year when we begin to access the new, the revised revenue of the country via the new tax reforms, which will open gates and ways of getting more revenue that will invest in all these critical sectors.
This phase comprises 8 blocks of semi-detached 3-bedroom duplexes. They are the ones behind me, each with an attached boys' quarter, making a total of 16 units, as well as 15 units of 2-bedroom apartments housed in 2 blocks of high-rise buildings. Behind us to my left, I'm sorry, behind the stand and to the left. Block A has 6 flats, 2 bedrooms each, and Block B has 9 flats. So in all, we have here a total of 31 apartments. The apartments are all furnished because the CDS intends that they should be transit in nature